Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, highlights on news will replace PM Modi in 2024. Today, Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao and Nitish Kumar started campaign against Modi for 2024. The South leader, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, now Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, they traveled to Patna, Bihar, to making the new equations just to replace Modi. Is it possible or not? This is a different question. We'll see it, how they will do or not. And another is uh, Madarsa. Why Madarsa is important in the secular Bharat? Why Madarsa uh, important in secular Bharat? This is also a matter of question. We have to think. Every Bharatiya should think and understand. And this is a matter of politics also. So, as I understand, as I analyze, as I think. So, my concern, if you talk the Modi government, Modi leadership, is anybody challenger? I don't think. Is there any leader today in any opposition party who can emerge as challenger? Is there any party that can take a formidable avatar to challenge Modi, BJP in 2024? Let me start. So-called the grand old party, Indian National Congress, changed the name so many times. Party is in a crash mode now, more than last 8 years. It has been reduced to almost a regional party today. I think Election Commission of Bharat should send a notice. Just they should prove they are national or not. Is it a ruling party in just two states, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh, and just a small presence in Bihar and something in Jharkhand? So, it is a primary opposition party, sometimes 11 states. Party Lok Sabha seat has below 55 for two consecutive elections. There is top leadership crisis in the party today. No credible leader can become the challenger of Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2024. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi caught up with the National Herald case now. Everybody knows. And whatever they show the power with the rally and all, just to advocate the corruption, not for the country, but only saving their skins. And what were they trying to do on the streets? For the sympathy. For what? It's not giving any political dividends in them for 2024. Everybody knows. In Hindi we say, ये public hai, sab shanti. Congress party doesn't have any chance to challenge Modi alone in 2024 unless some drastic top face change happens within the party, which is very unlikely, impossible. As election is going on the 17th October, result of the 19th October, I think overall Rahul Gandhi will be emerged as Sonia Gandhi wants. He should be the leader. That's why, according to Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad, he has no aptitude of leadership. He is making no sense. There are no regard for the seniors, juniors. They misbehave with the leaders like anything. And some that talk the Aam Aadmi Party, the great liar party. Arvind Kejriwal is the suit. Lawyer, you're being challenger, trying to be. But I don't think so. Whatever he's trying to, only just trying to divert the attention. Whatever he just already facing the corruption charges. Many ministers have been in the jail. Many ministers have been arrested, but shameless face, thankless face. They're trying to divert the attention to the main issue, to the real issue, and just making the hue and cry against the BJP government. Trying to be now whatever he has done, the party of the two states like Punjab and Delhi, not a big state, small state, but Punjab is a full-fledged state. So I don't think there is any challenge from the Aam Aadmi Party like small party and the liar party. Next party is the TMC, TRS, NCP, DMK. Today we have seen the how TRS leader K. Chandrasekhar Rao went to Patna from the Hyderabad to meet Nitish Kumar, to Lalu Yadav, Tejas Yadav and all. And just he was saying they'll give the challenge to Modi. How? On his request, everybody has seen it. Nitish Kumar is not sitting, he is standing. He was not taking his notes. His request, please sit down. We can understand this is a message to the country. One leaders to requesting other leaders, they are not just regard for each other. That is a message. How they are just giving the value to each other. So how ambitions are there? So each of them parties don't have the tracks in other states. What is the impact of ZDU? After Bihar, zero. What is the impact and power of TRS? After Telangana, zero. And another one, just keeping mum on this today meeting in Patna, Sharad Pawar, Mamta Banerjee, Congress, who are the just alliances, we can say, and DMK. DMK is no impact outside Tamil Nadu. And how just already Jagan Mohan Reddy party, and this is a part of NGA. So these only things the opposition parties can do the gang up against Modi to fight the Lok Sabha election as Maha Gathbandhan, but there is also not as easy as it sounds. Congress want to lead the Gathbandhan, claiming they have a pan-India voter base. But Mamta Banerjee also wants to be leader. How Mamta is doing silently, just to the cutting all the wings of the Congress party, her old Congress party, where they've grown up, they just taught the lesson of politics. How just Sharad Pawar also, when he left the party 20 years back, 22 years back, when Sonia became the president. So they've left 99. The Amar Akbar Anthony, Sharad Pawar, P.S. Sangma, and Tariq Anwar. Now Tariq Anwar back to the fold of Congress. P.S. Sangma no more. So NCP founder, the great man, Sharad Pawar. So BJD not attending the recent meeting, TRS also not. So how you have seen the meeting of the presidential nominee, how the all opposition cracks. Farooq Abdullah name come for the president, but nobody supported. How just I think Mr. Sharad Pawar played the role. How we have seen it. So at the same time, BJP should have developed a strong for the face of part in West Bengal, Bihar, and Rajasthan. Karnataka needs much more focus. They have already looked at good states in Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, but at the end they are on the job. More print is the BJP should continue to strengthen their weak points and not become complacent. The opposition party try out the direct indirect ways of bringing the Modi government down. And these every decision they take or every scheme they roll out. The recent one being the Agnipath scheme, how their opposition trying to oppose might get that in there, but literally unlikely to formidable challenger. I don't think so. You see all the Modi way. Uh, and if you see the some talk the leaders, yesterday I met Naveen Patnaik. He was in Delhi for the Odisha conclave. Very silent leader, very soft spoken, limited, counting the word he speak. Never sing the much statement anywhere. He's a good listener. I speak 10 lines, they talk 12 lines, he speak the 7 words. Yes, you're right, I'll say like that. Great leader. His father was also great leader, Bizu Patnaik. This is a great record, the 4 chimes, and a good record. Captain Ramendra Singh, Bhupesh Baghel, V. Bizian, Mamta Banerjee, are leaders, but how? How they will be matters. That is also a matter of question. So we have seen, we'll see how it will go on and how they will just emerge as a leader, equation wise, state wise, and in now recently election, the four states, Punjab, Uttarakhand, UP, and Goa, how except Punjab, how BJP just repeated after so many problems, so many negativity, they emerged as a winner. That is a Modi impact, we can say. How the Modi is a trustworthy leader in the country now, not in the country, globally. We have seen the body language of recently US President Mr. Biden in Japan. That is a great, this is a, uh, I think we can say this is a great boon for the country. US like country just requesting the US President for our Prime Minister, the Bharatiya Prime Minister to turn just to meet him. This is sign, this is signal to the all world how they played in the role of Russia and Ukraine war. Very diplomatic way. Except one thing by the one diplomats in the Qatar ways that was not properly handled. As I told you, as I say. But race tone is very good on every front, development front, foreign fronts, internal fronts, fund releasing funds, no any corruption charges for any minister. What we're trying to blame the Congress and others, baseless. So there is, I don't think any challenger, and though not replacing by Modi in 2024, BJP will come again in power. Just today recording, just to keep it. I am telling you, all equations favors Mr. Modi and BJP to be in power again. And next, if you remember the past statement of Mr. Umar Abdullah, former Chief Minister of JK, Jammu Kashmir, there is no vacancy till 2029, but I'll say 2020, 34. It is. What is the game plan as there? How they are doing? How they are activated? But whatever just to frustrated plan, you can say the ED and CBI and ID. I don't think so. Whoever the blame, whoever the court, whatever raided, they are for that. Just see the bundles of notes, more than 50 crore INR. And Partha Chatterjee house, leader of TMC, the same list Mamta Banerjee did not speak anything, single word for them. How the corruption is rampant on. We can understand, we can analyze. The time of break, after break, we'll talk about the Madrasa politics, how they are going on. Welcome after break. And Madrasa in the Indian scenario, I think very valid question. Should any religious education to be allowed at the expense of government money in a secular country like India, Bharat? The issue has come the fore of the wake of Assam Education Minister that time, Hemant Biswa Sarma, now he's CM. So that time he announced a madrasa will be converted in the schools. But now I can say, I tell you, they're already banned. And that's a good decision. We can say. And secular brigade term as a decision on the injustice to minorities. Can only Muslim are the minority in the country? Parsi also, Sikh also, other religions also. Why everyone and focusing on Muslims? Vote for vote politics? Appeasement policy? I think this appeasement policy should be stopped, either from the Modi government, either for any government. And whatever done by CM Chief Minister, the great leader, Hemant Biswa Sarma, who was in Congress most of these life days, came in BJP, and what he has been doing more than any BJP Chief Minister, any BJP leader, any RSS leader. I salute him. Whatever he just agenda, he has just already giving the states nicely. So I think there is a secularism is a matter of discussion always. That was imposed by the then Prime Minister, and with 42nd Amendment, 1975, 1976. How and why? That should be now repealed and replaced by the Constitution of Bharat. No need. If you are secular, no appeasement for the any religions. There are currently 18 states in Bharat, including Assam, where madrasa gets central government funds. Why? That's what it stopped. Study also include Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh, but Assam has done the well. And how today, nowadays, the UP has done it. That is also a matter of concern. That is a great one. So we can understand why madrasa education is important and necessary for the country. Why? What for? Why not they ban? The aftermath of 9/11 terror attacks in United States 2001, researchers, analysts, and policymakers trained their eyes on madrasas. The initial investigation as time found many Taliban leaders and Al Qaeda members had been radicalized in their Islamic educational institutions. In July 2004, a report prepared by the National Commission on Terrorist Attacks upon in the United States, or the 9/11 Commission, described madrasa as incubators of violent extremism. It did not specifically say, however, whether any of the 19 individuals who had executed the 9/11 attacks themselves attended madrasas for their education. The following and Secretary of Defense Donald H. Rumsfeld declared that the madrasas train people to suicide killers and extremists, violent extremists. So we can understand. Subsequently, such a narratives around madrasas made this institution easy targets of criticism. So we can understand uh, how madrasa is just anti-human. And even as analyzed have shown the 79 terrorists involved in the five worst attacks in the Western democracies, only 11% of them have madrasa education. Madrasas in India, Bharat are the subject of the similar criticism, with the students being branded as terrorists. Madrasa is said to be integral component of education system in India. Primary reason is historically. So country Muslim population has been disturbed in this part education, and comprise 13% of the, Bharat India's population. Enrollment rate at primary level 1 to 5, 9.3%. Total enrollment figure of around 2006. But if you see the data, and I can tell you how there is a UP government has done a lot, but now in recent decision they are going to new order. They will stop the government support, whatever ad, and madrasa the teaching should be Urdu as well as Hindi, and modernized computers should be used, that open, and there is many terminology. Just he has just ordered like that, and and the national anthem should be, and every madrasas there should be age limit, which age of students should be there. And if you see in the last 5 years, the uh, students for madrasa is going to be decreasing now, according to data I'm telling you. So there is no use of the education of madrasa education. Everyone going to be sensitive now, socially sensitive, education wise sensitive. For they want to be the for going to understand this type of uh, uh, schemes will not benefit them, will not advantage for them for the making the society. Whoever sensitive Muslims, sensible Muslim, restless Muslim, they are not going to advocate madrasas. So if you see the data, 2018, 2 lakhs 2 lakhs 800, sorry, 2 lakh 8,000 students were participated in madrasa education. 2019 is just decreased 1 lakh 65,000, and 2020 1.41 lakhs, and 2021 1.21. So we can understand how the decreasing data. No one going to be interested now. But who are the ulmas and Maulvis and Maulana is trying to the train, the new type of the train, there should be stopped now, as I think. And if you see the one data of the there is a in UP, there was more than 40,000 madrasas are illegal. not supported by the government, why they are running and what for. And only registered is about 16,000, and only 560 is totally just funded by the different organizations because they are doing well according to the standardization of the government of India and the states trying to be now. If I remember the 2003, that time Dr. Modi Manoj Joshi was the Human Resource HRD Minister, Education Minister. So I just went along him in the special session and program on Muslim education in Muslim Gymkhana Club in Mumbai. He was the first leader who attended that Gymkhana Club and addressed the all Muslim intellectuals of the country, top, all filmed to education. And they were agreed to modernize the madrasa with the computerization. But most of them were just not handled properly. So that is a matter of concern for everyone. Is madrasa is important or not? Everybody understand for the country. For so, but we can say and how the Prime Minister Modi earlier declared the government of India is leaving no stone unturned to empowering the Muslim youth. We want to them have the Quran in one hand and computer in the other. Progress has not made so far. However, indeed, some state government has de-recognized the madrasa in the jurisdictions and dropped Islamic subject from the institution. This is good steps for the country, for the nation. So, in the 21st century, most of madrasas on the globe adopt a scientific curriculum, increase the employability in the state. The Singaporean madrasa system has begun using modern technology like tablets. This is a good step. If you want to empower your communities, empower with all uh, inputs for the modernization for the education. Why not? How the Hemant Biswa Sharma declared, why, that's already closed and banned the madrasa. What a need. Because he knows it, he has properly handled. And no, he could no any protest. Because he knows each and every person who is strong or who is not. He has full knowledge of that. Full information, well informed chief minister. So I salute him. And everybody should follow Hemant Biswa Sharma in every way. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.